Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's session. We're going to be discussing about how to use footnotes for citing in Microsoft Word. Welcome on board. My name is Lucy Wanjiru. So what are footnotes? Footnotes are notes placed at the bottom of a page in a research document. They are used to provide citations or additional information related to a specific part of the main text. As a citing tool, footnotes serve to attribute the sources, explain references, and add commentary without disrupting the flow of the main text. So what are the key characteristics of footnotes? Number one, we are talking about placement, where they are placed in the document. Footnotes appear at the bottom of the page. That is why they are called footnotes. So they are the foot of the page on which the referenced or annotated text appears. And then number two, there is numbering. The footnotes are typically numbered consecutively throughout a document. The corresponding number is placed in the main text where the citation or the note is required. The number three, we have content. Footnotes contain bibliographic details of sources. They often include the author's name, the title of the work, the publication details, and the page numbers for the cited materials. What is the importance of proper citations in academic writing? Number one, credibility. These ones we had discussed them in our previous videos on APA referencing and citing. We have videos on that. You can go and check on them in the YouTube channel. But let me just go through them. Number one, the reason for having citation is credibility. Citing sources properly establishes your credibility as a researcher and also demonstrates the depth of your knowledge. Number two, it helps you to avoid plagiarism. Proper citations protect you from accusations of plagiarism, which is a very serious academic offense. And number three, supporting arguments. Footnotes allow you to provide evidence and support for your claims made in your writing. Right. So how do you go ahead and insert the footnotes in Microsoft Word? We are going to do a demonstration to show how to insert the footnotes in your Word document in your research paper. When you want to insert the footnote, you see that you position your cursor where you want the in-text citation to appear. For example, here, I position my cursor there. There's an argument of whether the number should appear in front of the full stop or after the full stop. For me, I prefer, if I'm not using footnotes, my citation should appear in front of the full stop. If I'm using footnotes, the superscripted number should appear after the full stop. So you place your cursor where you want your footnote to appear or where you could have placed your citation. Then you go to the reference tab, then you select on insert footnote and the number appears. Again, as I had said earlier, that for me, I'd prefer to have my own set of references. I arrange my references in a separate document, a separate Word document, where I have arranged my references according to the way I have used them in my document, so that when I'm coming to insert the footnotes, I just need to go to my separate document containing the references, I copy and come and paste the reference because it has already been organized in APA style or whichever style that you've been guided to use. So for me, I have already organized my references in terms of APA style, the way they are supposed to appear, so that they can give me an easy time. But if you can be able to type your references, you can type in your references as you move. Yes. So I'll go to that Word document where my references are, and I'll copy my reference and paste it. There you go.
You can do the same for subsequent footnotes if you want another one to appear here. You can also you follow the same, and you follow the same routine as earlier. Just come and paste, and there you are. You can edit your footnotes in terms of, you customize them in terms of font size. Maybe you can put a smaller size depending on the instructions of your supervisors or your guidelines, your institutions. You can change the font, you can play around with it depending on the instructions you've been given. Ensure that your footnotes are not too many in the page, because they are so dominant in your page, it will not look professional. Ensure that whatever type of referencing you are using appears throughout and consistently throughout your paper. Do not change your referencing style. Ensure it is consistent.
So it is important also to format your footnote content. Number one, you format the citation. Ensure that your footnotes are following a specific style, a specific citation style. As I discussed earlier in our earlier videos, we have various styles such as APA, MLA, or Chicago, depending on your field of study. Ensure that your footnotes are following a specific style and ensure that they are consistent. You don't use one style in one page and then you use another style in another page. If you choose it is APA, let it be APA throughout your document. Then ensure that your footnotes are written concisely. Keep the content concise and focused, and provide only the necessary information to support your main text. Then you can decide to format the font, the size, the spacing of your footnotes to maintain a professional appearance. Yeah, the font size and space, you can choose depending on the instructions and the guidelines of your supervisor or your institution. Then the positioning of your footnotes on your page. Of course, we said they are footnotes, so they appear at the bottom of your page where the reference occur. And then those ones that also appear at the end of your document. Some styles may require footnotes to be listed at the end of your document instead of at the end of the page. So ensure, if you have chosen at the bottom of every page, ensure that you maintain a consistent footnote placement throughout your document. This one will ensure you have a professional appearance. How do you manage footnote numbering? Number one, you ensure it is following a certain sequence. It is sequential. So the footnotes should be numbered sequentially throughout the document. Then you avoid gaps. Ensure your footnote numbering is continuous and does not have any gaps. Some institutions will require that you restart your footnote numbering in every new page. So ensure you are following the guidelines that are given by your supervisor or your institution. What are some of the best practices? Number one, don't overuse the footnotes. They should not dominate your main text. Yeah, don't overuse them, and ensure they do not dominate your main text. Then number two, provide context. Ensure that your footnotes clearly explain the relevance and connection to your main arguments. And number three, maintain consistency. You ensure that you adhere to a single citation style and formatting guideline throughout your document. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our academic research journey today. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Give us a thumbs up, like, and share, and also engage us in the comment section. We would like to hear your reviews, your questions, and even your suggestions. With those few remarks, happy researching. I am Lucy Wanjiru. Adios.